Oshio, and I want to say I hope, young man, brother there, Boogie Dan, Jesus fan, as he goes by. I just want to say I hope your back gets to feeling better. Trust me, I know what that's like, man. I suffer with it real bad. It's one of those chronic things, with the chronic, pains and bones are deteriorating and everything, and it's pretty bad. But God is still good. And I guess I want to just talk about some different little things here. So I don't know what you'd call this video. Subject matter, everything, anyhow. Some thoughts or whatever. But anyway, um, I wanted to give real quick call it a review, and maybe a little advice at the same time on this one subject. I got some other subjects here. Okay, it's on inboxdollars.com. Well, now you're not out any money if you connect onto it and get involved in it. You do. It's kind of like a survey thing. The only thing that you're out of is time, and wasted time at that. Because I thought it would be an easy way to get just another extra few dollars, here or there, pinch pennies, Well, let me tell you, it is a waste of time of effort for you to even bother with it. Now, I can't speak for any others, but I can only speak for myself. Now, for instance, I had been on that for like a year, and anyway, I had got up to my earnings to be like $20. Now they say that you don't get any of that money until you get like $30. If you earn up to $30, then you can get the money, right? Well, I remember I had got up to $20 or $25 or something like that, and then next thing you know, I look, because I kept checking, because it seemed like it just wasted time, right? Turn around, and I was right. It was wasted time because it went from $20 back to like $10 or $12. Go figure that one out. So as a little advice, if you're trying to think that you're going to get some moolah from inboxdollars.com, then you're wasting your time. But, however, there is something, though, I will give you advice. Do with it as you will. Now, there is one thing to see, what is that? A dollar survey, I believe is what they call it. Now, if you do a survey, you get like $1, sometimes maybe $1.50 or $2 or whatever, If you have a PayPal account, the good thing about that, I guess you could say, is it goes directly into your PayPal account, and that's been proven to be a fact. Things that don't prove to be a fact ain't worth your effort. And that's in our everyday life and our spiritual lives too. If stuff, people go out things that they have answers in, looking into Zen and Buddhism and Islam and what have you, but they're never content. They're not happy. Now, I'm not saying that in Christianity that you're going around with this big phony grin, look like you come off of what did they call that one movie, series of movies that was based off a book, the Stepford Wives and the Stepford Husbands, and kind of like you're a robot, and smiling is good, but you know what I'm talking about. You see these mannequins, I mean, they're kind of like people are kind of like that sometimes. You can't be that way. People see that for what it is. But anyway, you gotta have Jesus always, because see, He can give you that peace that you desire. But it's not the peace that the world gives, or way the world promises, or the way the world has come to think on the term of peace. It's a peace that surpasses all understanding. And that, my friend, is real and true. The Lord never promised us that we would never have problems, but He did promise He'd be with us, so you don't go through it alone. And let me see. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned this once before, but I'll mention it again. Maybe somebody didn't catch it, but I heard that old Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi or whatever, has been, well, I call it threats, been threatening the Christians, or anyone else for that matter, who speaks against what's going on Ground Zero about the mosque thing. Oh yeah, anyone speaks out, you're going to be investigated, according to her threats. Yeah. And catch this. Now, you talk about hypocrisy. Of course, we all aware about that. Our government is full of it. But anyway, now I can't remember. My brother was telling me again about this because he caught it on the news. But I'll just phrase it this way, so I might be still getting it wrong. But if I am, please let me know. Okay. But what it was, it somehow had to do with some kind of orthodoxy church. That over at that place where it was either that same building or the one that they're wanting to build a mosque at. I think it was that one where the Orthodox Church had their meetings and things like this, right? And they wanted to. Anyway, because of Ground Zero and everything, it damaged the building and all this kind of stuff and blah blah blah, right? Okay. They wanted to do something there to refurbish it or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, the government was giving them all kinds of flack on it. No, no. And plus the whole billion rigmarole thing, like red tape type stuff, to give you a runaround. But yet, now you're talking about showing favoritism and everything. Now, this ought to tell you that Islam, I didn't say Muslims, the religion, Islam, there's something more to it, because here our government upholds Islam and stuff, and they think you're so stupid. They think everyone's so stupid that Islam is something to be peaceful. There is nothing been peaceful in Islam. Even the how do you pronounce their imams? Is that have even made remarks off and on news and different other things and stuff about that and I can't phrase it exactly the way they did, but more or less that Islam is not a peaceful religion. It has to do with and this is my wording and because I can't remember the exact word, but it meant the same thing, that is a force to dominate. That's not peaceful, dudes, brothers and sisters. Excuse the expression, dudes and dudettes. There's nothing peaceful there. But this is the world we live in, and this is the things that, hey, that we as brothers and sisters in Christ can expect. And not to mention that it's not going to get better. But does that mean that you got to quit praying for these people? No. Now, the Bible encourages us to pray for them. regardless of how they treat us. And we're supposed to pray for our leaders so that we can be able to live peaceable lives. But we know that there's a time, and we're entering it. We've stepped just over the threshold and starting to step into that place where that the only peace we're going to have is through Christ. But God will take care of His own. He always has, and He always will. He's a good God. The people who don't believe and trod and speak evil against Jesus, they're blinded. And you can't expect a blind person to see something if they're blind. These are things we have to remember. So, here I am talking about different things, but I just thought, these are little things, some big things, that one should remember or think about. And now, I never once tried to ever, at least I hope not, ever tried to ever come off to, trying to let on like I'm this wise guru, because I'm not. I make mistakes like anyone else. And, oh yeah, today I gotta go to the eye doc, get my eyes checked. I've been having little problems here and there with the old eyeballs, so I decided, well, I'm going to get them all checked. And sometimes I do, like, once in a while, doing videos with little humor. I think a person should laugh, need a smile, and there's times when we get to that place where something might happen in our life, we don't feel like it. Does that mean you got to put on a plaster smile when you're not even feeling? No. But there is one way to get a good, genuine smile, even when you're not feeling good, is knowing that the Lord is good, that He's there for you, and that He's been good to you, and that He has. So, excuse the background noise back here. We get a lot of stuff going on around here. There's a lot, I guess I could say, but I don't want to be boring you to tears. So, yeah, it looks like the dog's gonna... Oh, excuse me, wasn't the dogs. Thought he was gonna go out and mess with the dogs. I guess he's gonna hang the old suspenders up, huh? Forgive me. Well, anyway, let me just say, read your Bibles. Not when it just suits you. Not once in a while, or only when you go to church. And if you don't have a church to go to because of where you live or some kind of circumstances, your physical health or whatever it may be, maybe you have some friends or some family, let me encourage you, you can have church at home. Church can be anywhere. It's where more than one person, which that means from 2, 3, 4, 5, and up, can assemble and meet together to worship God, and that's good. So let me encourage you to do that. And so, okay, God bless you all, and I'm sorry for boring you to tears, but there's just a few things that was just rolling around in my head, and I thought I would just share it. So God bless you, and may you have a good day. And here in Arkansas tonight, we're going to have some great weather. It's going to get down to in the 50s in this part of the state anyway. All right, God bless you, and shalom, and ha-ho.